everybody. Sorry for a couple of days in between updates. The title of this video is very much true, but I am going to have my surgery on May 8th. It's been a really whirlwind of a week that's passed, and today's Monday, so it's 1 week until surgery. So next Monday at this time somewhere, I will, actually it's early in the morning, so maybe not this early, I don't know, but I'll be having surgery next week. But I almost didn't. So last week on Tuesday afternoon, I had a doctor's appointment, or not a doctor's appointment, a hospital appointment, where they kind of have you come into the hospital where the surgery is going to be done. They first did blood. They took blood out of my arm for, they tested for a whole bunch of things, and my blood type, of course, in case I have to have a transfusion of any kind. Everything came out negative and wonderful, so it was good news there. They did a MRSA test where they stick the little, Q-tip up your nose. Not as bad as a COVID test, but I was negative for MRSA. As you know, MRSA is very an infectious thing that can happen in a hospital, and they don't want you bringing it in if you have it. So I was good there. And then I met with the physical therapist, which was okay. I've been going to physical therapy already with Athletico, and I already have my, action plan for prior to surgery. And this gentleman was just like, you don't really have to do anything till surgery. And I'm like, okay, but I'm doing this. Is that okay? And he's like, yeah, no, that's great. Anything you can do pre-surgery is fine. So he didn't seem to care either way. He's very nice. And he seemed to be, he knew what he's doing, I guess. So we'll hope that's true. But then the nurse practitioner came in and they're like, okay, so surgery on your left knee. I'm like, no, it's my right knee. Not my left, but my right. And she goes, oh, all the paperwork says left. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I think I can see where the error might have occurred, because right now my orthopedic surgeon has me doing therapy also for my left knee, just to make sure that it's strong enough for, to handling the right knee recovery. So I've been doing kind of therapy on both sides, and yeah, so they had to call the doctor's office and la 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 la. But at the end of the day, they changed all the paperwork, so now it says right knee, and I'm like, thank you God. So it made me a little nervous. They said they actually put an X on your knee or something when you get there, so they know it's the right one. But I'm like, jeez, that's scary. But then the thing that scared me to maybe potentially canceling was, before I went to the hospital, they sent me these videos to watch, like almost educational videos. One was about, when you get to the hospital, what do you do? And that was no big deal. They talked about, you might need a blood transfusion, most likely not, but if you do, this is what a blood transfusion is all about. And they talked about, leaving the hospital and what to expect. But then they talked about the actual knee replacement in one of the videos. And the beginning of the video was pretty good. It was like, okay, this is what's going to happen, and this is what it does. And they showed the little, knee replacement, how it all works. But then the end of the video, they gave you what I call scare tactics. They literally say, this next section of the video is not supposed to scare you. However, some things could happen during a surgery. And they list like 10 things that can happen during your surgery. One obviously was the blood transfusion, which that doesn't really scare me. My mom's had blood transfusions before. Mom, hi Mom. So I know that's not really, too crazy, but there was a couple of them that made it sound like, oh my goodness, like, infection's a big deal, and I get it, and I'm going to do all the things they tell me to do so I don't get an infection as much as possible, right? But if you have an infection, well, then they might have to do another surgery and replace your knee replacement, and sometimes they can't. And I'm like, well, wait a minute, if they can't replace the knee, then what happens, So, I mean, it got me very, very anxious, and to the point where, I won't say all the details, one of the parts of the videos scared me so much to death, I started crying. And I was like, okay, I'd rather live with the knee pain. I am not going into surgery and have all these possibilities happen. But then, of course, I read a little bit more. I went on the internet. I'm getting over a cough. And, these things that I was hearing about was like, 0.02, or, it's a very, very low possibility that these really bad things can happen. And I've had so many friends and family members that have had this, knee replacement, and they're fine. Basically, my one aunt did have to have the knee replacement replaced, but that was because it was too small or something. That's another story. So anyway, so this video scared the living crap out of me. to the point where I was going to go to the doctor and say, not going to happen, right? I don't know, it just scared me so bad. But then I calmed myself down and I looked up the actual statistics of how long, how often these things happen, and they're very small. So I'm just praying on one of the people who are not in that little percentile. But then that was Tuesday. And so I felt a little better leaving the hospital because they seemed really, nice and they knew what they were doing. I felt good, I think, about it. But then Wednesday, I did have a doctor's appointment with the orthopedic surgeon and it went fine. But the first thing they did is they took a slew of x-rays. So they made me stand on this like 2-step, almost, it looked like something you'd see at a parade float, like a thing you stand on, right? And I had to stand still for like, 10, 15 minutes maybe. And they took all these pictures of my knee because they have to piece it together to decide what size knee replacement you need and all these things. And it didn't hurt or anything. It just, it was kind of annoying just standing there for 10, 15 minutes, but it is what it is. It was fine. And then I brought up to the physician's assistant, who I met with. I talked to her about all my concerns. I even sent her a copy of the video because she didn't know they were sending out that video with all the scare tactics. She wasn't, I don't think, too happy about that. But she, again, explained to me, calmed me down and said, look, it's very small things, never has happened here. And, so I felt a little bit better, but I'm telling you, it was not a pleasant feeling to, sit there and watch this video and hear all the bad things that can happen. And you're like, pain, possible bad things, so you start weighing and measuring. So I've decided to go forward anyway and pray that those, percentile things don't happen. So at this point right now, I'm just waiting. I have a week. I started my protocol today. I'm actually very anal and efficient, and I have to spreadsheet everything in my life. My husband knows this. He knows I'm crazy. Maybe it's my ADHD, but basically I made myself a knee protocol sheet starting from today, May 1st. So for example, today and tomorrow, I can't take any vitamins. I can't take my Nexium. I take that for GERD, by the way. Not that you care. Telling you, and no NSAIDs like no Aleve, no ibuprofen, nothing of that sort from this point until surgery. And then on May 3rd, on Wednesday, I stopped taking my Coumadin. I start giving myself those shots. Yay! I'm so looking forward to that. Meanwhile, I'm going to be continuing my physical therapy that I have been doing, and also on Wednesday I start the Bactroban. Bactroban is this nasal thing that you put in your nose. It's like an ointment, and you do that twice a day, and that prevents MRSA. Not that I have MRSA, but it prevents it, I guess. So that way I don't come to the hospital with potential MRSA. They're very scared of MRSA, MRSA. So I'll be doing that, and then I start washing with this. They actually gave me the soap. I thought I had to buy it, but they actually gave it to me. It's called Dynahex. 2 little bottles of that. And I have to wash with this for 4 days, 3 days before, and then the day of surgery. But the funny part is I didn't realize when you wash with it, or maybe I didn't realize this, you wash up and then you have to sit there for 5 minutes and it kind of soaks into your skin. I have no idea. But supposedly it gets really sticky, but then you wash it off. So, okay, that shouldn't be hard. I should be able to handle that. And always wash and then dry off with a clean towel, I was told. Don't use your same towel, like if you use it 2 days in a row, don't do that. Use a clean towel every day. So I'll be doing that. And the night before the surgery, I have to change my sheets and have clean sheets. So lots of clean things. So that'll be okay. Anyway, so I made my little checklist. And then of course, after surgery, all the crazy stuff, like, getting home and doing the CPM machine, constant motion machine. That'll be coming to my house here shortly, I think. Just all these crazy things. Meanwhile, I've ordered a whole bunch more things for me, just because from everything I'm reading and hearing, I want to have every possibility of having the tools I need to make myself heal faster. So I bought a couple things that are here now, and then later today, Amazon's supposed to deliver a big ass order, excuse my language, today, and maybe I'll do an unboxing. I've never done an Amazon unboxing. I thought might as well do it. Everybody does it on YouTube, and I'll show you all the other things I bought. Meanwhile, here's what I bought so far. I bought this. What is this, you might say? This goes around your leg, and it seals on both sides, and it puts a seal around the wound so when you take a shower, it doesn't get wet. So you're not allowed to get your wound wet for like 2 weeks, I believe it is. I'll double check my notes. But so I bought this. Some people use saran wrap. I actually bought some saran wrap too, just in case this doesn't work well. Because I was thinking, how do I get my leg in here if I'm in pain? But I think Phil will be able to help me. The stretch is pretty big. And I'll use that to put around my leg when I go in the shower. So that's one thing I bought. And then I bought this, which you can't really see. But I'm gonna show. It's a big wedge pillow. Stick myself under the camera. I should probably just turn it around and show you. But it's a wedge pillow. And it's got 2 sides. But this is good because even though I actually have a like a Craftmatic type bed where I can lift my legs up. Supposedly you're supposed to keep your legs, you know, not supposedly, you're supposed to keep your legs up, or at least your one leg up, and not put anything under the knee, but just having it like, you know, like this. So even though I have the Craftmatic bed, it goes so far, this will actually give me another boost to, like, you know, keep it straight and that way. So it should be okay. My therapist actually has that, my physical therapist, so I bought myself one. And then I went to CVS. I'm not having any fun with this, can you tell? I went to CVS because they gave me all the medicines. So I got the, that's the stuff to put in your nose to keep the MRSA away. Then I got this, if I want to show you actually, it's called gabapentin. So I have to take this once before the surgery and then twice a day for a month after the surgery. And it's supposed to be like a nerve pain control thingy thing. I just hope I don't get sick from it, although it does say it may cause dizziness and blurred vision. Yay. And then I've got the hydrocodone, which is the opioid stuff, right? Which I haven't even touched yet. Obviously, I don't want to touch it right now. But I'm supposed to take it 1 tablet by my mouth 6 hours as needed for pain. But in the same time, they also gave me some of these, which is called ondansetron. Basically, it's for nausea. Because the last time I took hydrocodone, I took 1 out of the bottle they gave me, and I got so violently ill. I mean, I won't go into details, but it wasn't it was almost a full day of me being sick to my stomach. So they gave me these to hopefully, you know, combat that, so I'm not, hopefully not throwing my guts up. And they also gave me a Docusate sodium, which is a stool softener. Wasn't that exciting? Because supposedly, if you take all this opioid medicine, it makes you constipated. So isn't that lovely? Isn't it lovely, this video? But because I know I get really sick from hydrocodone, or at least the one time I took it, right? To be fair, I've never taken it since. And I know that I'm probably going to wind up, I don't know, even with the nausea medicine, I think I'm probably gonna throw up. But I bought this. Barf Buddy. This is the fun part of my surgery. Barf Buddy bucket. This right now is holding all the medicines, but I figured I'd put this by the bedside in case Phil can't get to me fast enough, or I can't, quote unquote, run to the ladies' room. I mean, I could just go right in here. It's got a cover, so I can cover it up and say, okay, babe, okay, Phil, here's my bucket of barf. But hopefully I won't use that. But I thought it was funny. I saw it on the internet. I'm like, dude, I so need a Barf Buddy bucket because I'm most likely gonna throw up somewhere along the way. So why not have some fun? So that's all there is right now. And then later today, if Amazon shows up on time, I'll do a quick unboxing of a few other things I bought for surgery. And then we're just off to the races. 7 days till surgery. All right, see you in a bit with the next section. All right, let's end this video. I'm back actually downstairs now. I try to not to go up and down too much during the day with my Amazon packages, which just came. And I don't know, Amazon unboxing, I've never done this before, but most of this is for my surgery. So first we have a little bag from Amazon, and I don't recall everything I bought because I've been buying a lot of things preparing for the surgery. So and some of this may not be surgical related. We'll find out in just a moment. Actually, this is not surgically related. This is actually, in case you care, this is a liner and retainer cleaner for the retainer, because I didn't realize how much I have to clean the damn thing. So I got that. It's got nothing to do with surgery. Okay. Then we've got this little box. Amazon. Yes. Gotta be careful, no open wounds for surgery. I don't think a lot of this is for surgery either. We got daisy shavers. Do not shave before surgery is what I've been told. Just because they don't want anything open wounding, so I'm going to shave obviously before then. There's not much surgery stuff in this. Oh, actually there is. This is actually my favorite shampoo and conditioner, in case you care. I figured I'm going to wash my hair. Well, I wash my hair all the time, but before surgery, and I want it to look really nice. So I know there's going to be a couple of days where I'm not going to be able to wash my hair, obviously, right away. So I got my new shampoo and conditioner. I use Amika. I know this is not a paid sponsorship. I just like Amika. So far, nothing for surgery so far. Oh yeah, Bullbug. Okay, here we go. So what I did get all right, ready for this? I have 4 canes. I have one upstairs, one downstairs, which I showed you in my very first video. And I have 2, one in Phil's car and one in my car. That way there's always a cane somewhere. And what I did is I bought another one of these. Basically you put it on the bottom of the cane and it's got like 4 feet. So that way the cane can just stand on its own, especially when I'm in a store or a restaurant. It's like often crash, it falls down, it's really annoying. So I know I can buy a cane with those things, but the ones that you buy have like really wide feet, where this is just cute, it just works. It's by Vive, I don't know. So anyway, I bought that one for the car. I should have bought 2, but I guess I only bought 1. All right, well that's helpful. And then this is definitely for surgery. This is what they call TED hose, T-E-D hose. And this is a compression stocking. See? The heel goes here, goes all the way down to your toesies. And you wear these for 2 weeks straight after surgery, all the time except when you're showering, and it's got like compression so it keeps the blood clots from happening. And you might say, well, Jane, don't they give you those in the hospital? Yes, they will. They will give you 1 pair in the hospital. And I don't know, I mean, you can wash them, right? Wash them, but they have to dry. So I'm like, I'm gonna get myself another pair. So I bought a pair so I can first of all try them on and see how they work and how they fit. But then, if this fits okay, which I'll try later, I'm gonna buy a second pair. And that way I have the 2 pair I buy and the one they'll give me from the hospital. And that way, while 1 or 2 are washing or getting washed, I can wear the other pair. So I don't know, 1 pair just didn't seem enough. So I bought 1 just to try it first. And if it works okay, I'll buy another one before surgery. And I'll have 3 pairs of TED hose. I don't know why it's TED. I probably should look that up, huh? All right, so that's that. And then 1 more box. You might say, why don't you just go buy razors in the store? Because I don't want to go to the store right now. It's hard to walk. Walking around the store is not fun for me right now. Oh, okay, these are. Okay, so I also bought, so if you remember from the first video, if you watched the first video from the Knee Journey, I bought these 2 sweatpants that have buttons all the way down the side. So that way you can just rip them open and, be able to see the leg and all this kind of stuff. But the hospital recommended highly that I have shorts. Plus it's gonna be really hot. It's gonna start getting warm. Right now, not so much. Chicago right now. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Well, now, it's 42 degrees Fahrenheit.
42 degrees.
Expect a little bit 30 degrees.
It's cold.
Would you also like tomatoes, though?
No, thank you. I don't want to say no thank you to that stupid Alexa. But anyway, so I went out and got some shorts. Right, just like those longer, not really short shorts, but like, I don't know what you call these things. Shorts. But they're long shorts, right? They're like not too short, but they're long enough to cover everything. So I have these for the hospital. To wear home. I'm still gonna bring my little pants with the little buttons on them too. I don't know, it just depends if I'm cold or hot or whatever. But and then during the course of recovery, got 3-pack. I'll have shorts to wear at home too. I also have the pajama shorts I bought. I actually have more than enough. I'm just trying to cover all bases here. I want to be comfortable, and not have to fuss. And what the heck is this? A box in a box here. Oh, and then as I mentioned earlier in the video, I bought a covering for the shower just in case it, to keep the water out of the wound. But the doctor highly recommended this stuff called Press and Seal by Glad. Again, not sponsored, because it really does work well, and a lot of his patients have used it, and to wrap the wound, and it doesn't come off in the shower. So I bought this, but of course I went on Amazon, so they gave me a 3-pack for like a deal. So I could still use it for food, right, if I wanted to. So I bought those for the wound wrapping, and that's it. Woohoo, very exciting. Very exciting video. I'm sure you all watching this going, why am I watching this? I'm just trying to show you my preparation, even my shampoo. But I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make one of these boba teas. I love boba tea. Now that I don't have braces, I can eat boba tea or drink boba tea. All right, guys, have a good night. I'll probably post once more, maybe before the 8th. And then I'm gonna do my best, and Phil's gonna try to help me do some videos of not the surgery, but before surgery, after surgery, in the hospital, blah, blah, blah. Just not sure how it's all gonna work, but we'll see how it goes. And thank you for watching, and say some prayers for me. I do appreciate it if you pray, or some good thoughts, or whatever y'all do. I'll accept anything. All right, talk to y'all later. Bye.